Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Mower,
and this is IFXtra. So, how is everyone doing this week? Another week in lockdown. Crazy times. At least the weather's turned nice, a little bit nicer again, so you can get out and about a little bit more. And we've had a bit of a relaxation of the rules, haven't we, here in the UK? So we're allowed to go out a bit further for exercising, and some businesses are opening as well.
I'm just still sat in here.
You're still working from home?
I don't leave the house. Don't really anyway.
No,
all good.
You don't. True. Yeah, my theatre, I'm not really sure when they can open again because, there's a lot of people in one small space, so I don't know when that'll happen. But yeah, we keep going. We keep making quizzes. We keep doing drawings.
Exactly. We keep trying to provide you with a little bit of entertainment whilst everyone's stuck inside.
You do. So, what have you been up to this week?
Your bits and pieces of stuff that's not finished yet, really. So we don't have any exciting and new features or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to fix stuff and add in improvements where we can.
Cool.
But yeah, nothing's actually finished enough to roll out yet.
Yeah, so what happened with Interference and Chill this week?
So Interference and Chill on the Wednesday night show, 7 p.m. UK time, mixer.com/interference. Ferret was doing our interactive drawing stream, except there was some kind of weirdness happening. I don't know.
Was it the internet? Was it a computer?
Yeah, I think it might have ended up being like an internet issue on her end. I don't know. Anyway, things were a little bit weird, but she stuck with it and managed to start. Maybe a little bit late, but it was all good. And everyone had fun. Somehow, I can't remember exactly which one it was, what drawing she did that kind of brought this about. There's now this idea of like we should do an interference themed dating sim, like that one with the pigeons and like I don't know, like it could have some of the interference meme characters in. I don't know. So maybe we'll do that sometime as a break if we ever get a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, like random crazy ideas.
Yeah, cool.
Good fun though. So that'll be on again next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. UK time. If you'd like to watch a little bit of interactive drawing and have some nice chilled out chat.
Exactly. Okay, now we're going to have a look at who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Blacklight for Pikachu. This is an amazingly detailed drawing, all in grayscale. Looks fantastic. Well done, Blacklight.
My favourite description this week was Girl Threatening Pepsi Employee with a Gun and Says No Calls by Buster20. Now I like this one because it took me a moment or two to figure out exactly what was going on. I mean, girl threatening with a gun, says no calls, yeah. Where does Pepsi Employee come from? And then I looked at the background. Ah, makes sense. Nice work, Buster20.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Heraclium for Crimson Tide 1995. This is an amazing rendition of the film poster. It looks so atmospheric and moody. I love it. Well done, Heraclium. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there as always.
Cool. Now we're going to have a look at what we were talking about last week in the forums. So last week I was asking you, if you could time travel just for a visit, where would you go? I mean, I think I'd go back to the Globe in Shakespeare's time and just watch one of his plays and see how they're received by the audience. It'd be quite interesting how they were actually done in those days.
I feel like that would be interesting because it just makes me think of when you study English literature at school.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, well, Shakespeare was kind of doing all of this clever stuff and then all of this hidden meaning. And it would just be interesting if he went back in time and he's like, nah, mate, just trying to make a bit of money.
Yeah, possibly.
Like, no, that was a genuine act. I never realised you could read that into it. That was an accident. I just thought it was a funny line. It would just be quite good.
Could be. Yeah. Okay, so we had quite a few replies to this, some interesting ones as well. Moo Milk said, if I could travel back in my own life, obtaining my past body, I'd definitely like to go back to when I was young, maybe 5. I'd have a greater appreciation of all the things I'd taken for granted, and I would have knowledge of the mistakes I'd made. So you'd have to go back with your same brain, but different body. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's quite an interesting question because it depends on exactly how it works. Because going back in time with your current knowledge is good, but going back in time and not knowing that, so you end up doing the same things
you
wrong.
would, wouldn't you?
That's kind of like,
Exactly, yeah. But Artsy Ninja said they would like to go back to the 1950s, just to see that people were nicer to each other and kids had respect for their elders. Do you think?
Well, one of the main things that Artsy Ninja said as well, no one knew what the millennium would bring.
No, that's true.
I mean, forget going back to the 1950s. If you went back to January, I don't think any of us would have believed where we'd be at now.
I know.
I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
I know, yeah. Who else was there?
Lock M said maybe sightsee from the wonders and the bright side of the medieval period.
Yeah, not all the scary bits, so the diseases and everything.
Yeah, and someone, we haven't got it on the notes but someone made an interesting point of if you went back in time, you'd probably just like die from some disease that we don't have immunity to anymore.
Yeah.
Or
the lack of, surgeons and hygiene and things like that.
I did quite like Terralipter's take on this, though. I mean, it's basically it's difficult choice. One of two things.
Yeah.
I can't decide between going back to see what the dinosaurs really looked like, or getting to see ABBA in concert. I mean,
such different things.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. But imagine if you were like 5 years ago, you were at a job interview, and they said, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?"
Yeah,
I think wrong.
Everyone was wrong. Yes,
that's quite funny.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. The world is strange.
It is.
Anyway.
Yeah. Why don't we go and have a look at what we're going to be talking about next week in the forums?
What is your favourite sweet treat? Dessert, chocolate bar, or sweets? We've been baking quite a lot recently. I love a lemon drizzle cake, but my favourite chocolate has to be Maltesers though.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list.
Exactly, and don't forget tomorrow night is quiz night, which is normal quiz, Zeitgeist, with the 5 rounds and 5 different topics.
Yep, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. UK time over on our Mixer channel, mixer.com/interference. We do Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week. So yeah, like you say, this is the one where we have 5 rounds, 5 questions each, and each round is based on one of the week's drawings from interference.
Yeah, would you like to know who I've chosen this week?
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't know what happens ahead of time. Bunnery writes all the questions. I have no idea what's going on, but you can give us a hint, so you can tell us who the artists are.
Yeah, okay, this week I've chosen pictures from Sketch Ninja, Lauren, MCSC, Heraclium, and MX Mallory. So mixture of mainly new people there, I think.
Yeah. I mean, well, Sketch Ninja's been around for a while, but
awesome.
I think most of the rest of those are newbies. Interesting.
Yeah.
So, like I say, we don't know exactly what the topic's going to be. If you'd like to see what topics and then what questions come up and what drawings are, you'll have to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time.
It's a fun quiz.
But it's all live and interactive, so we'll be asking you questions. You can play along against the rest of the audience, and we give you points if you get the answers right. Then we add them all up.
Yeah, and who won last week?
Well, last time we finished with Grinning Goose in the lead on 221.
Nice.
Then we had Callum not too far behind on 213 in second place. And then we had Dr. Ridout in third place on 201.
Cool. And also in the week, on Tuesday and Thursday, we had Zeitgeist 20, which is a little bit of a different quiz, where we have one topic, but 20 questions.
Yeah, we know you're all stuck inside, so we wanted to try and entertain you a little bit. So Tuesday, we had a round on 60s music. So 20 questions, and Lanky Orchid did best there, getting 193 points. Canine Bat on 174, and then Goose not far behind on 171.
Nice work.
And then on Thursday, we had Film Geography, with Callum finishing in the lead on 168. Lanky Orchid was second this time on 153, and then Goose was in third place again on 152.
There you go. So next week, we're going to have 2 different topics. On Tuesday, we're going to have a round on chocolate. And then on Thursday, fashion. So, if you know about any of those.
I know about chocolates.
Yeah.
Don't know so much about fashion.
I do. Could be fashion through the ages.
But, of course, the point is, we're trying to sort of push you out of your comfort zone a little bit. Because even if it's a topic you don't know anything about, then you kind of learn things.
Exactly.
I learned a lot about 60s music.
You did.
And film geography, actually, the other night.
That was harder than most people thought it was going to be.
And a very rare occurrence happened with film geography where everybody got a question wrong, but I got it right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I think that might have happened once before at most. Maybe it's never happened. But yeah, it's good fun. Yeah. So if you'd like to join us for one of those, so it's Zeitgeist 20, one topic, 20 questions. Those are on Tuesday and Thursday nights, mixer.com/interference. Everything starting at 7 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, simple. Okay, is that all the news for now?
I think that's it.
Okay, it just goes to say.
Yeah, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also now got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference, where you can give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building in new features, working on stuff like the quiz and all of that. We do really appreciate your support, and patrons get some extra perks as well. They get supporter status in Interference, so you get access to replays and things like that. And also you can get your own custom entrance shout out from Ava when you join the quiz, if you're a quiz player as well.
Cool. Okay, so we'll see you again next Saturday.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Stay safe.
Bye.